Hey everybody, welcome to AT&T Stadium. I'm Dennis Frills, founder of Flag Football X, the group that has been doing this a long time and is really interested in how these Olympics are going to play out with the pros versus Joes. And I'm here with a man that needs obviously no introduction, Mr. Tony Romo, to ask him a question. He didn't come prepared for this, so this isn't really going to be fair because I am prepared. So I'm going to let him start by hearing his opinion first so that I can take it from there. What do you think, man? There's a lot of flag football players right now making headlines, and I hear everybody talking about it, the pros. They just announced that the pros are allowed to participate in the Olympics. First of all, what do you think about that personally? Like, what if this would have happened back when you were playing?
Well, I haven't thought about that. I can tell you that hasn't been a part of my brain because I'm like, back when I was playing, I was still trying to survive at the end. But I think it's a great thing. The NFL is always trying to build football, and I think that this is a great thing for that. And anytime you can just grab kids, grab more people, get people involved in football in general, it's a good thing. And I think you're going to see more NFL players involved in this than you think because so many of them grew up that way. And you know, I got 3 boys. We're out here watching one of them today, and just watching them play flag football, it's just such a joy for parents and the kids. And it teaches them some of the subtle things when it comes to a craft sport, which is wide receiver, you know, just the craft of throwing the football and reading a defense. So I think it's going to be a great thing. I mean, the more flag football, the more 7-on-7, the better, I think, for NFL and for football in general.
Right, so that is what everyone in the NFL likes about this, right? People all over the world are going to get to do this. You're going to see countries come from everywhere that are going to get to play against NFL athletes. So I like to say that LeBron James and Steph Curry, they have their gold medals, right?
Yeah.
But who doesn't have a gold medal? Some of the highest paid athletes in the whole world. What do you like? To me, Tyreek wants a gold medal. We can tell he's been very vocal about this. A lot of guys have been vocal about it. Is this something that we make more of than we should? Is it a big deal? They have their Super Bowl rings, but they don't have a gold medal.
No, it's a great point. I think the one thing is kind of back to what I said is that a lot of these guys grew up playing flag football. And in the NFL, we do 7-on-7 every day.
Right.
And so you're out there actually playing flag football a lot of the time because you don't want to get hit, you don't want injuries, etc. And so to me, you see that most of these players want to play for their country. They also want to play what they played as a kid. And it's just really fun. It's really hard to describe, but flag football is really fun and the kids really enjoy it. And I think it's a positive, you know, a net positive all the way around. And I think you're going to see a lot of the best players in the world try and play in this. I also think you're going to find a lot of great flag football players who have been great at this for a long time. They'll also be, you know, they'll come to the fruition where you'll see their name and they'll be somebody.
So you're thinking the team could be mixed? If you look into your crystal ball, do you think the team's going to be mixed, the pros and the Joes?
There's no question, because when you start playing tackle football, tackling matters. And so there's a certain toughness involved. There's a certain aggressiveness that you're going to feel right away. And without that, you're going to see some guys who are incredible without that feeling. And so I think you'll find a really good mix, actually.
Okay. So they could have made it any style they wanted. We talk about 7-on-7.
Yep.
That's the drill that you're doing in high school, college, the pros, every single day. They could have made it on a full-size field, 9-on-9.
Yeah.
In the Pro Bowl, they play 7-on-7.
Yep.
But they made it 5-on-5.
They
you
did.
realize that,
I
don't
didn't
you?
know that, no.
Okay, so I get to be the first person to let you know that they put it. They're playing football on a basketball court.
Interesting.
And so there's not a lot of room for jump balls and fade routes.
Yeah. Well, there's more room, actually, technically, in 5-on-5, but yes.
More room on the small field, on this little bitty field?
Well, 7-on-7, you can have more safety help than 5-on-5.
2 extra players, but you're adding 25 more yards wide and almost 40, 50 yards deeper.
It's just going to be a lot more man-to-man coverage.
Okay, yeah.
So
I see what you're saying.
not going to be able to have the help that you would.
Yeah,
in the numbers. It's a numbers game.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So a couple pros, a couple regular guys, and then all the others. Just like when we play the Olympics in basketball, looking through their books. Where's my grandpa from? What country can I go play from possibly that I can make it into the 8 teams that are playing there? But it's a healthy debate that's happening all over social media right now. A lot of my friends are the ones that are on the team that are playing.
Yeah.
And we've played against them over the years, and we've helped bring this game to the United States. Luckily for us, they picked the style that we created.
Yeah.
That's the little Olympic lottery that our organization gets to talk about. And that's why it's fun. And that's why we're doing this here. But thank you for your input, man. Appreciate you talking to us about this today.
So they're playing 5-on-5.
They're playing 5-on-5.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be less about X's and O's and more about the guy.
Yeah.
When you go 5-on-5.
Hip moves, angles. So have you ever played racquetball?
I definitely have tried.
Yeah. So you understand that the old guy can beat the young guy because he knows the angles, the corners, and the plays.
At the end of the day, it's about leverage and angles. And regardless, any team sport, it's going to always be about that. And you always want to force them to your teammate. And the guys who don't do that, don't understand it, are always going to have a tougher battle. But when you're in 5-on-5, it's going to be a lot more about guarding your guy and possibly one guy helping. But it'll be interesting to see. It's going to be about the leverage and angles. Each guy's going to have to win his battle when you go 5-on-5.
Yeah. And they got. The thing I wonder is how much time they're going to give the pros a chance to get to know the game. Can you imagine coming and playing a brand new game and then going back to training camp?
Yeah.
Going back to the NFL field?
Well, I will say this. You take one of the best receivers in the NFL, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. I mean, there's a gazillion of them, Tyreek Hill. But you give a two-way go where he can go outside or inside, he's probably going to win. And so that's where I'm like, you probably need some of those guys.
Couple of those guys.
Yeah.
Cool. There you heard it here. AT&T Stadium with Tony Romo. The opinions on flag football are everywhere in the United States. It's a fun topic all over social media. So we're just so grateful that he came and talked about it with us.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you. Yep.